Are Feral Troglodons any good in patch 5.1? This is a necessary video on our way to covering the Skink Oracle someday. We now have the option of recruiting a Feral Troglodon, which means a ranged unit that can rampage, stop dishing out ranged damage, and charge into melee. That said, it has sufficient power that we must take it seriously, so let's roar in. Recruited for 1700 gold and 425 upkeep, not trivial amounts. On Ultra, it comes in at 7,120 health, more than an Ancient Salamander. Armor is 95, missile resistance 15%, leadership 60, since it doesn't have the Oracle. Speed 75, charge speed 120, that's lightning fast. There is no outrunning this one in a movie. Melee attack begins at 39 and is poison, a big plus. Attack interval is 3.6, less downtime between animations than standard, which means it'll be knocking around people more. Splash target size is large, so Minotaurs and down, and splash targets actually taking damage, is 5 max. Melee defense starts at 46, which is shockingly high, duelist level for a monster. Weapon strength is given as 450, which is no joke at all, split between 120 base and 330 armor piercing, ferocious against armor. Charge bonus is a healthy 50, and mass is 3500, not bad at all. For ranged, ammunition comes at 20 spits, with range 120 and missile damage given as 800 officially. Brutal stuff, with poison attached. Base damage per impact is 100, armor piercing 320, and there is a bonus versus large of 150 attached, split along that damage ratio. There is also a detonation radius of 5 meters, and within that, explosion damage split between base 140 and armor piercing 80. So, while more focused than Ancient Salamander fireballs, that is a lot of damage, although the bonus versus large should only apply to direct hits. Reload time is 8, which is why the official damage looks higher, and yes, this counts as artillery. No shield blocking, except for that newfangled ballistic plating you see. Total accuracy starts at 35, which is substantially better than normal. Calibration distance a healthy 100, calibration area 0.5 meters, which means this does have pinpoint accuracy, which can be good and can be bad, but at least you have the potential. There is a small penetration size, and targets panned after the first is 2. Well, compared to the bursting of the bubble, this isn't a big deal, but it's there against infantry. Point being, there's a reason this is priced so high despite being feral. This siege attacker inflicts fear and terror, as it should, has predatory fighter, primal instincts, and of course, feral rage triggering first at 75% health, so you'll have to suffer at some point in any normal battle as this is a high priority for the enemy. Oh, also it's aquatic, so there's that for Lizardmen generals heading out onto the high seas. In the redline skills, this is still a beast driver covered unit, so at 3 pips plus 6 melee defense, which was already strong, plus 12% weapon strength and plus 8% missile strength. Epicentrist grants Rec 7 Troglodons armor plus 10, leadership plus 5, and charge bonus plus 12 flat. In the tech tree, there's the general dino upkeep cost reduction. That's all, folks. Keep in mind how new this was to the roster, and most people are expected to use the Skink Oracle. I'll say it right now, I don't think it even needs extra text, but it'll make you all feel better if it has some in a future rework. That's fine too. How do we use the Feral Troglodon? Well, that's the funny thing, isn't it? Aside from the problem of Rampage, with so many fewer units going into Rampage now, and with once nerfed but still entirely valid anti-Rampage abilities with Lords and Heroes, the Troglodon can kind of do it all. Despite not being an anti-large melee monster, it can pitch in if it must. Despite not being an anti-infantry specialist, it can mix it up and throw its weight around, and do as well as a lot of things, with high damage and poison. It can spit at steam tanks from behind. It can chew up hell cannons. It can bully foot lords. It can thrash around in an archer formation and keep that group busy. It can stomp on armored dwarfs just fine, of course. Of course, slayers are annoying, but they take damage when you hit them back, so yeah. Aside from long-distance poke, there's virtually no phase of battle the Troglodon is not useful in, though eventually it can run out of poison spit, but even straight-up kite skirmishing is at least plausible. It's even more plausible if you feign retreat through a group of chameleon skinks. I've done that with other units, what's one more? Ultimately, the big weakness of this unit is cost. Otherwise, it's just not as sturdy as some, but its missile is powerful, and you are advised to work to protect it and use it aggressively, but it's feral, so plan for the unplanned. Still, there's a lot of upside here. If you have the spare coin from those lovely vaults that make Harkon jealous, try them out. See what you think, and let me know in the comments. Take care, and have fun spitting in the enemy's eye. In this case, it hurts. It really hurts.